Yes. 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 Good job. Take a break. Gracie, come here. Girl. Take a break. Come. Yes. Good job. Bodie. Yes. Good job. Good day, everybody. Great. Looks like that's working. Hi, everyone. Sorry it takes me a minute to get set up here. I'm trying to train and not have anything go crazy. Also, it's just been kind of a tricky day, so it definitely slows me down a little bit. Just got to check one more thing and put up a Facebook link so that, yes, good girl. I'm really proud of you right now. The dogs are also keeping me on my toes at the moment. I'm trying to work on Gracie with her barky bark when there's play potentially happening. She gets very excited and has that over-the-top bark. So I have her right now connected to me. That helps me monitor her behavior and keep her from getting a little bit too worked up. I didn't do that last time, and shoot, I had to keep kenneling her, which I don't like to do if I can help it. So I think this is going to work out better for us. In just a few minutes, I'm going to start in with some training tips and advice, but I'm just building up to it. So I'm going to do a quick link on Facebook here so that other people can find it. Fortunately, that's something I can't do ahead of time because I have to make the whole post and then be sitting open for a long time. Yes, good work, guys. Good job. That was good play. That's the sort of good play I like to see. Thank you. That was something special for you, Cass. Hi, BB. Facebook. Still trying to get Facebook down. Oh, multitasking is hard sometimes. Good girl. Take a break. Come. Yes. Good girl. I'm so proud of you right now. You're watching all that play without losing your head. That's really good. Thank you. Boop, boop. Take a break. Settle. Too much. Way too much. You. Come on. You're in the short line now. Shh, Pacey. Shush. Settle down. Bodie. Bodie. Bodie, what's your problem, dude? Dogs are going crazy. All right, I gotta get focused on these dogs. Yes, good. That's good play. Very acceptable play. Good girl. Careful. You take that like my fingers are there because they are. Yes. And good stopping play. Thank you. All right, I think we're ready to roll here. Let me get this thing all set up correctly and we're good. Yep, here come the dogs, BB. Let's see, that should work just nicely. That looks like a good spot. I'll pull this up so I can watch chat. Hi. Be taking any questions on dog chat as I can. Hi, Lynn. Ah! The feed is just a little bit delayed from when this thing's glitching out on me. Sorry. Stop doing that. Yeah. Hi, Kukui. Come on. The chat thing is giving me troubles. There we go. Great. Wonderful. Now we may begin. Come on. All right. Yeah, I know. I block the view sometimes. Let's go, guys. Settle. Gracie. Thank you. Zoo. Shush. This is Cassie. The black lab is right here. She's famous today. She's in the newspaper for hip surgery. Pretty big surgery, costs a lot of money. This last fall, Cassie did. But she survived it. It was lung surgery. She has a rare condition. And now she's back doing great. She's been really good about helping dogs. We're a little bit nervous of other dogs, or maybe have some just overexcited stuff. She's been a really good dog for us, for introducing those dogs to, because she's so reliable and so nice. You're just very friendly, aren't you, Cass? Bodie, settle. It's almost a settle. Bodie's hitting a phase where he's having a hard time thinking through stuff. He needs to be better at it, but that happens and they get to be teenagers, and you think you is just really emphasize teaching. Sit. Self-control's coming down. So we need hormones. It's hard. You lower your expectations. We're going to lower our expectations for Bodie today. Woo, you scared me. It's so 7-inch chunky. Yeah, okay. Yes. So I got Gracie attached to me today, and we're working on building a little bit more reliable behavior while I'm distracted. David, come here. So we're going to start with some leave-it training with this, because that's a good way to get everybody working and in shape. And then hopefully we'll build into play, take a break, that sort of stuff. Some of these dogs came with resource guarding issues before. Nobody was too bad at that. I see a little bit. Now they're all good with it. I thought I would just show you guys some exercises, but I wouldn't suggest doing these exercises unless you're working with a positive reinforcement trainer who knows what they're doing. I'm just demonstrating them to show that you can deal with this sort of stuff and look at the high level of reliability, because that question did come up about resource guarding last time. Yes, so look at how reliable these dogs are. See if you see any stops. It's a lot of food on the ground. Okay? This isn't anything you should try with a bunch of dogs that you aren't familiar with or if you don't have the skill sets that I have going on right now. But I've built this behavior in with them. And I only do it because I've worked up to this point. I wouldn't ever start right here with the dog. I start with a barrier up and all sorts of stuff. So by no means am I suggesting anybody just get 10 strange dogs together and start throwing food on the ground. That could be a big recipe for trouble. Even with familiar dogs, I'm reading signs in them. So the way I've helped them get good at this behavior is by building really strong self-control around food, and there's a lot of positive reinforcement for sharing the food. They're all looking at you like, who the hell are you talking to? Excuse my language. Hey. Sorry, I'm used to being able to class when I do dog training. Leave it. Alright, so that's the same food that they're getting. It has bacon, it has cheese, it has hot dog in it, and it has kibbles. It was almost a leave it, Caston. Did you forget what that means? So, some investigation, I'm not super concerned by that. But that's going to lead to no click treatment. That's all. We're going to try that. Once I'm having the behavior that I want to see, which is this, like I'm focused on me, not paying attention to food, I'm going to click, and everybody's going to do the same. Take it. Cody can't still under puppy treats. Because then the other puppies get sad. Hi, you need your treats too. Okay, let's go. So I'm starting this training since there's so many dogs now, I'm a little bit jacked. A lot of times I can just start it without the lid, but with just a little lid, but just so you can see. In here, we'll put a big old piece of bacon. There's a bunch of it in there already, but just so you see. Alrighty, I'll do another one. Moving it around the room. We'll try this one without the lid. If they can't do it, I'm just going to meet them where they're at. You're tied up, Yoni. Don't get tied up. You might get nervous or something. It's not too bad. Leave it. No lid. I can give them a reminder to you if I need to. I'm not picking my nose, it was just itchy, I promise. You guys tell me if anybody snakes some while I'm not looking. Omete. Oh, that was really hard, huh? You guys did a good job. I thought I would see how their release cue is. And everybody's pretty good at their release cue except for Cass and her. Oh, it was like I'm in it. It's my turn. That was clearly it. No big deal. Alright. Another one goes. Watch out. You can't throw our Cass. There'll be a little practice of this thing. Leave it. Let's see if we can haul away. Come on, everybody. Glidey. Glidey, come here. Why aren't you coming? You're just. Glidey, come. No? All right. You're not going for it, at least. Leave it. Thank you, bud. Wait up. Really good. Everybody did good jobs. Good job, everybody. Want to do some other work? Mostly what they're getting right now is kibble. Just a little bit of nice stuff mixed in. So, leave-it training is an awesome way to build self-control, especially with a dog who's got resource guarding issues. That's definitely not a tutorial. It's a quick demonstration. Then that's what you should be working on. One of the things. There's a lot of different tacks you can take, but definitely working with a behaviorist, ideally a certified behaviorist, which also I am not. I just read a lot of their stuff. I've been thinking about getting the certification. It's just expensive. Just going to make sure real quick I'm not missing any questions that might come up. Yeah, it's probably going to be a little bit hard to hear me. It's echoey in here and stuff, and so it's going to be tricky. Good play. I'm not mic'd up or anything. Unfortunately, that's not a feature I can offer out here. But the main thing I'm emphasizing is that I've worked with these dogs a lot. That's why I can feed them the way I am. And I've also worked on leave-it training and just good conditioning around the other dogs with the food. And if there's any dog training questions, just let me know. You might have to repeat them once or twice because I'm just skimming. I got Gracie on a leash here because she just gets a little bit too worked up, left alone to her own devices unless I'm focusing on her when she's loose. And since I can't do that when we're doing chat, I keep having to focus back on this thing. I need to have her on leash so that I can interrupt her more readily. So she's actually gotten to be quite good, but she still needs a lot of my attention. And she's a really sweet girl. And I'm working today with her on building better play behavior. So I'm gonna, once I have the behaviors on leash, I can start working on building them up again off leash. Yeah, Oso isn't here. He doesn't do well with a group this size. Some of the other dogs came to us reactive and are doing great in this. I haven't had the time to work Oso in. And I just don't think he's interested in it. Good job. So what I'm rewarding for it here It's just gentle play, right? Where they're playing nicely. They can get excited and have fun, but I'm looking for relaxed play behavior. And especially with Gracie, I want her to practice just seeing the play, not participating, because that's a sign that she'll be able to de-escalate that part. We're doing so good. We're going to have some more. And we're just going to really jackpot her. Anytime Billy likes play, she just hangs out with me and is a good girl. And doesn't lose her stuff. Sorry. You're going to see me use a lot of reinforcement. One, because there's 10 dogs-ish, 9 or 10 dogs. And then 2, because I'm working on building stronger behavior. All right. Should we do some name attention games? I think so. Oh, good for us. Good girl. Good play. Really good job, everybody. Especially you. Dude, I don't know if you heard that, but that was nice. I don't mind a bark or two during playtime. She just has this really shrill bark that turns the other dog off. Okay. Sorry, you're just tied up. You got tied up, silly. Alright, let's see. What about some running play? Let's run. Good dog. Good girl. Alright, let's run some more. That's too much. Take a break. That's the part that I'm trying to manage. Get there. Take a break. Yes, and you must smell really nice. Gracie thinks you smell really good. She's like, oh, I barked wrong. I better sniff something. Oh! Izzy, Bodie, come here. You couldn't knock it right in her face. She's going to get it like that. So, every reinforcement for self-calming. And then I'm just trying to build up her self-control. You're doing so good. Aren't you doing good? You want to tell them how good you're doing? You want to come up? Oh, you don't want to come up? Okay, fine. You don't have to. You're crazy. You're crazy in a good way. Ah! Oh, speak. Okay, quiet. Good. Casey used to like to bark all the time, and actually a lot of the dogs came to us with, it'd be a very barky vocal, and I do a lot of work on teaching them how to control that so that they have more self-control on it. Nope, they all have owners, Mary. These are all my daycare dogs. This is what I do on Wednesdays and Thursdays is work with these guys. We max the group out of 10. I do, yeah, Kukui. I work one-on-one with dogs a lot too, mostly with their owners, but we're starting up a new program where I work with just the dogs and then transfer the training to the owners. I'm hoping that it'll be successful. Dog that is protective of their family, friendly with others. Well, I can't really give you direct advice about that because there's some liability issues there, and I'm not technically working with you one-on-one, and I would have to be able to directly do it. What I can say is you should go to somebody who is a professional dog trainer, positive reinforcement trainer, with some certifications ideally. Good girl. And work with them. There's a lot of games that are available to teach, and it's definitely a behavior, something you can really get a handle on pretty readily usually, depending on how severe it is. But I would definitely use positive methods to get it done. And if it was my dog, I would teach them stuff like, look at that, which you can find a tutorial for now on the website, building self-control, really create positive emotional experiences with people coming over. But that's too technical of an issue for me to really go into in depth. And I don't want to give you like a half answer and then lead you, have you go down the road part way. Yeah, my advice to them would be look up somebody who's with the APDT, the Association of Pet Dog Trainers, ideally who has done work. I really like BAT training, behavior adjustment training, and CU style training is what I do. I think it's the best for that sort of stuff. But you want somebody who's coming from a behavioral background with it. In my opinion, the best people will use positive reinforcement training. I get a lot of work from people who try punishment methods and have escalating problems, and I don't send a lot of work that direction. And there's a lot of science behind why you want to be using positive reinforcement with reactive behaviors like resource guarding something, dog who doesn't like to have visitors, that sort of stuff. I do that work, but I go over to people's houses and work with them one-on-one. Yep, APDT. Yeah, that's got a great list of people. And if you tell me your area, I would happily recommend some folks. You're in Hawaii, right? No, wait, you're not in Hawaii. That's somebody else. Sorry, it's hard for me to keep track of everybody between different usernames and real names, which I try not to say on the website and all that stuff. But if you just private message me with your location, I can look up a couple of trainers in the area and get you a recommend. And I'd happily do that too. Where are you, Kukui? I forget. Good dogs. Really good dogs. Things were getting a little crazy last week, so I'm trying to do a better job of reinforcing them when they're doing the right thing when I'm not clearly paying attention to them, which is a lot easier to do when I'm not addressing questions. Like when I'm just working on the computer, I realized like watching the video last week, they were getting a little nutsos. Yeah, me too. I wish I was in Hawaii too. Ohio, cool. If you could, yeah, you don't have to give me the specific location. I'll send you some information about trainers around Ohio. Yeah, I'll just try and remember to do that here in a minute. All right, I'm going to do a little bit more training with the dogs and then come back and check chat. Come on, guys. What do you think, Gracie? I'm going to try dropping the leash for a sec. Let's try it. Gracie. Oh. Okay, so right now I'm working on building more self-control for Gracie like the other dogs in the movie. And she's really pretty good at this, so I think she'll be good. But if she gets that bark and stuff, I'm just going to put it back on me, hopefully. She does have this bad habit of wanting to run away when she thinks she's done something wrong. So I might have an awkward moment where I have to try and capture it. Gracie! Gracie! Zoo. Fiona. Casting. Cass. Oh, Cass. Mango. Oops, sorry. That's stuck. Yay. That's the mark we want to diminish. You did it. You screwed up. So she's going to go back on. Got too excited. You get so excited to be possible now. It's just okay. And the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to work with them on a little bit of excitement, a whole lot of relaxing. Oops, sorry. Settle down. What? That doesn't work, man. That's a good thought, but it's not going to work out for you. Think of Gracie. Come on her face. Ooh. Hey, lay down. Cassie. So that was just getting dog moving next to her, and then no response, so she got to click in the tree. We're all working together. Yeah, please. You sneaky, sneaky. Cassie. Floaty. Oh, Gracie got that one. Gracie, come. Settle. I'm glad that when you did your bark, you came right back. Okay. All right. Zoot. Fly. Casey. Pass. Oh, you're not going to go for it? Right. Get something. Good job. That was really good. You didn't get any yet. Okay, let's settle back down. Ooh. Easy. There you go. Settle. A good dog. That's pretty calm. Come here, guys. Zoom, come. Settle. Pretty good dogs. I'm making sure to give Grace just a little bit more than everybody else. But everybody else is getting to work on this at the same time. Hey, it's cute. Look at that. Pretty good. All right, everybody ready? Let's go this way. Yeehaw! Good yeehaw. That's leash. Hey. Take a break. Why did you get all grumpy? I missed it. You guys left something on. I'm not super concerned about stuff like that. You okay? Okay. Oh. Where is he? You getting worn out from trying to stay calm? Yeah, you'll go all worn out. Yeah, you can make your face like when you stand. It's like everybody's staying home. It's interesting. Okay. Ah, you saw that? That was so good. Another one for staying home. Snap. Here. Good girl. That's great. All right. So a little bit of reinforcement on that. That's all I wanted to see. To me, that's a lot like getting used to the dog turning around. And I'll keep working on that with her for the rest of the day. But I just wanted to get a little bit on, hey, we move around and we don't have to bark. We can just have fun. All right. Yeah, the reason why they listen a lot with little direction from me is because I work a lot on what we call default behaviors. So these behaviors pay routinely and I don't spend too much time cueing them unless they're already having trouble. So what I want them to know around here is they regulate themselves, and then good things happen, rather than me regulating them all the time. That way, that builds good self-control, and I don't have to be paying attention to them 100% of the time, which I couldn't do anyway, for the behaviors that they need to succeed here to take effect. What are you doing? No, you're being crazy. Oh, we're being crazy. All right. Okay. Take a break. I said the crazy. I also just try and make it really clear when it's a good time to be crazy. By putting it on cue. So it's awesome, crazy time, everybody. You got to bark at me pace. Gracie got to bark in a controlled way. That's really great. Yeah, that's Pacey is actually Pacey. Come here, buddy. You're talking about him with the bushy tail. He is a poodle Aussie cross. I forget what you call that. An Aussie-doodle or something. An awesome doodle? You're an awesome doodle, huh? He is. You want to show off a little bit, Pace? Good girl, Gracers. Let's try you off again and see how you do. Okay, come here. Something about take a break. Coming off leash. So you can see how it's just that moment when I let her off. Probably just has been paired a little bit too much with too exciting stuff in the past. So I bring her back. Hey. Come on. Come on. Why don't you take a break for a second? You're doing really good. On leash is a lot easier for her. Will you go kennel, please? Come on, get in there. So we're going to try just trailing the leash next. Then there's a thought. I thought she was ready for it, but she needs some more work on just self-regulating with the leash off. Cool. All right, I think we're going to call it a day. It's about 2:40. I got to start getting everything cleaned up. But thanks for joining me for chat. Kukui, I'm going to try and remember to get you that information. If I don't get to it today, hopefully soon, and if you don't hear from me within the next few days, remind me, would you please? I got a couple of things I got to take care of right now, so I know, knowing myself, I might forget. Yeah, there's some great dogs. Oh yeah, I was going to show off Casey's stuff for a second. Please. So he knows a lot more behaviors than that, but he's a really good worker. Thanks for joining me, everybody. I'll pull this down now. So I'll talk to you all soon.